Let's hope I don't have to lose all that milk. All right, let's do that again. You see, we are making these bags with lots of love. One of the things I really would love to do would be to donate some of this milk to other children that really need breast milk, but their parents aren't able to give them for various reasons. It's something that I wish I could do. I probably will do some research into that, but yeah, this is the final product. I'm not going to need these two for now. So we've got the excess. I'm going to just pour it in here. More dishes to do. Let me put this here. And then for here we've got about 90 mils that I'll add to the other one that's also remaining in the fridge for the baby. So this is going to the freezer. So I'm going to finish up the labeling so that we can actually just from here take it to the, so we've got, this is 200. I've kind of made it a little bit more. And this is 180, this is 180. I feel like it would have been easier if I just said 200, 200 for each, because then it'll be easier. But that's not a problem. We're trying out something new, so we want to follow the instructions, right? So I'm just going to be labeling my things. 200 mils. This was pumped in the morning. So sometimes it's apparently helpful when the kid can get the same milk that was pumped and get it at the time that it was, not necessarily the time, but if it was a morning pump, that you can give the kid in the morning on the next day or on whatever day that you're going to feed them. I haven't done any research to get a better understanding of the benefits of that. At the moment, we just feed the baby the milk that we have despite the time of day that it was pumped. So I don't know if there's any value to it, but yes. Okay. All right, so we've got this one done. This is another 180. So 189. And then I write the date there. All right, so we've got our bags made with love, with no air bubbles. This looks very good. I think this one has one air bubble, but I'm not going to risk it. I might just end up spilling all the milk. I like to just press here to make sure that I have completely locked the bag and there isn't any chance of my milk escaping. And I like this cute little piece here that when you're thawing the milk, you're able to just cut it and then you can start pouring it in the bottle for baby to be able to feed. And you don't microwave these. And this is annoying because the big bag instruction was saying not to pass 180, 160, 180 mils, and now here it says to me do not fill past 8 ounces to 140. So I've kind of wasted my bag. See, we learn because they've given contradictory information. It's two sets of information that don't agree with each other. But in any case, it's a learning process. So let me see. I want to see how it expands and if there will be any space, because this is 180 and this is the only space that we've got for that. Excuse me, squeeze and expansion. So I want to see how that works, and I've used my Sharpie, my permanent marker, so it doesn't get affected at all when it's in the freezer. So that's all we've got for today, and my diet doesn't really have a lot of complicated stuff. I hydrate quite a lot. One of my favorite drinks is the Gatorade. I drink this, I think, daily, and I also really love me some water. I'm constantly hydrating. I'm always thirsty, so I don't know. And I don't have any nut allergies, so I'm able to take different kinds of nuts, which helps when I have to drink water. And my breakfast usually comprises of oats, and during like brunch or something, I would normally have something filling, because I tend to do a lot during the day and I get depleted and I have headaches if I don't have a solid meal. So I tend to have something that's quite filling, full-on cooked meal with sometimes whole grain stuff, and that helps, high in protein. And luckily I love eggs, so that helps, because then I can up my protein with the eggs. And my vegetables, and I really like my leafy vegetables like kale, so I have that almost daily in my diet. I do supplement my iron with iron supplements, but I do take some liver. So it's just about looking at some of the things you can tolerate and looking into what you can eat to help you. I have seen a couple of other recommendations of different beverages to drink. Most of them don't work for me, and I love my tea. I drink my chamomile tea. I have my ginger and turmeric tea. These are just also the taste that I like, and I find that it's much relaxing for me. So I try to alter my mood by drinking something that's warm. And if I'm drinking and pumping, I found that it also produce quite a lot of milk. And sometimes I get this much not sometimes, in 2 sessions. Morning pumps are much easier, because if the baby hasn't fed, then I have quite a lot of excess, especially if baby is still sleeping and I have to do something at a certain time. Then it's easier to do it this way, and then pump, and I put it in the fridge, or I pump the morning session and then I pump again late afternoon, and then I pump again in the evening. It depends with what I'm supposed to be doing and how my day looks like. Otherwise, yeah, it is a lot to sit and do this and be attached to a machine and pump and express, and then start the process of bagging and arranging everything in the fridge. But that's parenting. When you are committed to parenting a child, you're going to do a lot of things that are not even comfortable. So I do feed the child on the boob, as well as also bottle feed. Like I said, I'm a working mom, so I want to continue with my breastfeeding journey, and there are many times that I'm not actually physically present, and my baby can continue enjoying the breast milk. And I do know that there are other parents that are unable to breastfeed directly because of many health issues, difficulties with latching, tongue tie. So it's important to always be supportive when you see someone trying to do what's best for their child. If you're a formula baby, that's also okay. There's a lot of health benefits, and the baby is growing and thriving.